I train calisthenics and streetlifting 6 days a week, 2.5 hours per day, maybe even more, with extremely high intensity. And I'm not sore at all. And right now, I'm gonna teach you the 7 superhuman recovery tactics that I use almost every single day to skyrocket my recovery. The first one is so simple. You probably even know about it. So please just stick with me. It is getting enough protein in. Most people know this shit, but I really need to emphasize it because one member from calisthenics school, my educational platform, says that he was really sore. Like he even implemented some of the recovery tactics that I teach, but his muscles weren't recovering fast enough. And I was like, do you eat enough protein per day? Because he did 90% of the other things, so it must be the protein stuff. And he said yeah, I eat this, I eat some pasta, And we counted it, we counted the meals that he ate yesterday, and we ended up with 70 grams of protein total. 70 grams of protein total for a 18-year-old with the body weight of 70 kilograms. That was way too low, and he was like, oh shit. He needed to start tracking his protein intake. I eat around 250 grams of protein a day, and my body weight is 72 kilograms and I'm 16 years old. So that's way more than enough. And I get my protein from bioavailable sources. Those are animal-based sources. Vegan protein, all of this gay bullshit doesn't really work. Eating meat, eating like a caveman, eating cheese, milk, cottage cheese, meat, beef, chicken, everything that comes from an animal. Eggs, I forgot to mention that. I eat 8 eggs a day. Is the best type of protein you could possibly get. And if you want a protein powder, casein protein is way better than whey protein because you just drink it later in the day and it is really slow absorbing, so it absorbs throughout the entire night and it really helps me to bulk up. Because if you didn't already know, in the past year I put on 10 kilograms. I weighed 62 kilograms and right now I weigh 72 kilograms with the same percent body fat. And if you still struggle to get enough protein in, this next step will definitely be useful to you. This is a supplement called EAA, essential amino acids. In a bro science explanation, what does it do? It helps to get protein into your muscles more efficiently. So you can buy that supplement. I have it, I use it, I drink it whilst working out. So it helps me absorb the protein from my post-workout meal better. But don't buy BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Your body can produce those. It has enough of them. EAAs, you need to get them through food. But if you get even more of them through supplements, it just has better effects. I mentioned about getting protein into your muscles through your diet. But do you know that you can do it actually outside of your diet? By getting blood flow into your muscles. Almost every single morning I wake up and one of the first things that I do is that I take a cold shower. It helps me wake up better, start out the day, and generally be more energized. But you can't take cold showers after training. It's a really bad idea because if I were to summarize it into a couple of words, it is that a cold shower causes a stress response which done right after training will suppress protein muscle synthesis. The only time where it's actually useful to take a cold shower after training, it's let's say after you run 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers or something really intense that you aren't focused on muscle building. You just did it for the sake of discipline. I usually don't run. I'm not the best runner. But I went and I ran 15 kilometers with my brother just out of discipline. And right after that, I took a cold shower. The bro science explanation of that is that it essentially wipes out the training that you did, so I didn't feel absolutely sore the next day. And my brother really felt it. His entire body was aching, whilst I literally felt like I haven't even done anything the previous day. The next thing is an active lifestyle. To get even more blood flowing, I recommend you just live an active lifestyle. You go on a walk, you go on a jog, you go bicycle riding. I live in a village. So I go outside almost every single day right after school in order to also improve my mental health. but to just generally get the blood flowing. A weird thing that I do is that I play football outside with a couple of my friends, or not even friends, just random kids outside, after leg day in order to get more blood flow. So 2 days after leg day, which most people describe as the worst pain, you can't even sit on the toilet, I'm absolutely chilling. Obviously, when I play football, I don't really want to score a goal and want to be the best and win. I just want to jog a little bit. When my legs hurt for a bit, I just shake them out, rest, do the goalkeeper, and then I go running again. So getting blood flow, going on a little bit of a jog, going bicycle riding the day after leg day, or when you want to recover a muscle, also dropping down, doing push-ups. I had a really intense dip day yesterday, and today, throughout the school break, that is 40 minutes, I went to the school gym and I did some push-ups, I did some bench, really light, to get the blood flowing. And right now, yeah, I'm not feeling that sore at all. These things that I mentioned are really good for muscle recovery. But what about CNS recovery? CNS is your central nervous system. It is a thing responsible for sending signals from your brain to your muscles, so your muscles are really strong. If you train for strength, like me, I'm a calisthenics athlete, I train to lift as much weight as possible whilst literally keeping my muscle mass as low as possible, so my body weight as low as possible. And that's when CNS adaptation is really important, because I want to keep the same amount of muscle whilst being able to move more weight. That's the lesson. So how do you help your CNS recover? Help it recover by doing something known as NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. It's a 20-minute protocol that you can do anytime during the day. I will link a video. It's not my video, it's a video from Andrew Huberman. That it is the 20-minute NSDR, but you can also pick the 10-minute one, whatever you want. And that helps you literally lower your heart rate and recover your CNS. And the next thing which helps you recover your CNS and your muscles is sleep. Sleep is, I can't even emphasize it. Sleep is so important. I get 9.5 hours of sleep every single day. I wanted to cover a little bit of sleep in this video, but I can't do that, so you can watch this video, which is my full sleep guide that is a year old, unfortunately. So the video quality isn't as good, but the information quality is as good as I could give it today. And now the last thing, which is probably the best, is testosterone. I used to struggle with recovery quite a lot, 2 or maybe even 3 years ago. I implemented almost all the tactics that I taught you right now, but increasing my testosterone was probably the biggest thing for me. Because when I started educating myself, reading books, watching podcasts, buying and watching courses about testosterone, that's when I gained the most muscle and strength, and that's also the time when my recovery was probably the best. So please, I recommend to you that you start optimizing your testosterone right now. Because men's testosterone is dropping every single year, literally. So I recommend you go out there, you buy a book about testosterone, you watch a podcast, buy a course, and if you want to already buy a course, you can join my educational platform called Calisthenics School, where I teach everything you need to know about calisthenics, streetlifting, muscle building, strength building, CNS adaptation, recovery, and also increasing your testosterone. I have a full testosterone course there that you can go and buy for a price of a meal. So you can go and check that out. And if you don't want to invest into your education, but you still want to get higher testosterone, I recommend watching this video right here. It is my full testosterone guide that is for free on YouTube. Bye. Take care, bro. You got this.